What's up YouTube, Capital G here, checking out the brand new Utopia XYZ Pendulum monster that just got revealed. And yes, you heard me right, there is now a Utopia monster. Well, it's not officially a Utopia monster, but it's kind of like Utopia themed. That is both an XYZ monster and also a Pendulum monster. This just got revealed. It's a Japanese V-Jump promo, so you know, who knows when we're going to be getting it in the TCG. And honestly, maybe I'm alone in this. I find the just existence of this card so freaking bizarre. The reason that I say that is, I mean, I've seen Yu-Gi-Oh's Exo. It's not like Yuma has ever played a Pendulum card on the show. Obviously, the Pendulum mechanic did not exist then, and really, when you look at, like, you know, some of the protagonists, Konami has been giving them Link monsters. You know, Yusei is getting a Link, and there's a new hero Link for, like, Jaden. I mean, outside of, like, the Megatons and them getting new, you know, Fusion and Synchro monsters as well, but I just think it's really weird with Utopia, they went the Pendulum route. Like, what? I don't know. Maybe Konami does have a Link monster plan down the line, but I just think it's a little weird to give Utopia kind of like, you know, like a Pendulum card. Anyways, let's go ahead and not beat around the bush anymore, and let's break down this card. So this is Hope Magician, and from what people were saying on Reddit, this card, I believe that the translation for like the TCG, it's not going to have Utopia in its name. So if you're thinking about Utopia the Lightning, just get that out of your head now. And I'm pretty sure that it's not going to be like a Utopia card. It's rank 4 light spellcaster XYZ Pendulum, 2500 attack, 2000 defense. I'm fairly confident that those are Utopia stats, right? You know, those are the token Utopia, Dark Magician. Well, no, not Dark Magician. Utopia, Neos, Stardust Dragon, etc., etc. The Protag cards, basically. This guy is a pendulum scale of 8. You gotta love that. You gotta love wide scales, especially when it's so easy to make, because this guy's materials are 2 level 4 monsters. So, I mean, you can just make this an ABC just to troll if you want. I mean, I wouldn't, but you can if you want. First effect, which is the pendulum effect. It says once per turn, when any player's monster declares an attack, you can negate that attack, then destroy this card. Okay, so that's actually not bad. I mean, really, it just kind of like, that's the Utopia feel part of the card. I mean, this is still a card that is like supposed to be reminiscent of Utopia. The fact that it blocks attacks obviously makes sense, because that's what the original Utopia did. The monster effect, and this guy has a couple of them. Well, not, yeah, I guess it's part of the monster effect. If you can pendulum summon level 4, you can pendulum this card face up from your extra deck. I absolutely love that. A lot of these pendulum archetypes that can summon like level 4 monsters, they definitely can pendulum summon level 4 monsters as well. I mean, I'm talking about even the obscure ones like Dino Mist and whatnot. So being able to pendulum summon this card as if it was a level 4 monster is fantastic. Let's see. The monster effects are both hard once per turn. No, wait, only the first effect is. Second effect, or the first effect, says you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card, special summon 1 level 7 or lower pendulum monster from your hand in defense position, but its effects are negated. Then you can place this card face up in your pendulum zone. Second effect, if this card is pendulum summoned, you can target 1 pendulum monster in your graveyard, attach it to this card as XYZ material. So this is it's kind of hilarious, to be honest, because the second effect would be good if the first effect wasn't complete garbage. I know that there are going to be people out there that say, Cap G, it lets you special summon a monster from your hand. What's not to like? Well, the fact that the monster comes out in defense mode, I don't like that. Also, the monster's effects are negated. And I mean, really, if you make this card, your extra monster zone is presumably, like, you know, in use. So what exactly are you really doing? Also, I just kind of think that that first effect is redundant in a pendulum, like in the capacity of a pendulum, right? Or the capacity of the pendulum mechanic. Because think about it, right? The entire concept of the pendulum mechanic is really to unload your hand full of monsters. You have a whole bunch of monsters in hand. It lets you special summon like up to 5 or, you know, up to like 6 monsters from your hand. Now, because we have an extra zone, well, no, that would still be just 5. Yeah, it lets you special summon up to 5 monsters from your hand. This effect just doesn't feel like it's that impactful. I mean, yeah, if you're playing a pendulum deck, special summoning a monster is cool, but why not just pendulum summon that same monster? And if you're in a position, someone's going to say, well, what if I can't pendulum summon? Well, is this card really going to save you? Like, what are you going to do? You have a monster in defense mode, like your extra monster zone is presumably already clogged. Like, is one monster going to save your turn? Because I seriously doubt it. So, I mean, to me, this card has really no competitive applications, or not applications, because there probably are some, but aspirations. Like, this is not a competitive card. Honestly, I don't even think that that's a fault of this card. Heavy Metaphor's Electromite is just way too good for anything to kind of outshine it. But honestly, I don't really think, like, even if you're playing regular Pendulum editions, like, why would you play this card over something like Time Star that is just, like, significantly better? Everything about this card is actually pretty decent, except its on-field monster effect. Like, the monster effect of it isn't really that good, but everything else, like, its stats are good. The Pendulum effect is pretty decent. Being able to Pendulum summon it as a level 4, like, that's good. It's just the actual monster effect of special summoning a monster from my hand level 7 or lower doesn't really do anything. Like, that's not that good. But, you know, I think it's more of a just fun kind of collector's anime card. Not everything has to be competitive, and this definitely is a card that I don't really think is going to be competitive. So, whatever you guys think, leave it in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already. Turn on that notification bell for daily videos.